So let us review what we learned on last session. So what we learned on last session, we learned more about what's Power Apps in general, also how we can use Power Apps visual within Power BI. Also, we did a live demo and we showed you how we can add our application within our Power BI reports, or how we can build an application and add it to our Power BI reports. Okay, so in case if you missed any sessions from the Power BI series, it's all available on my YouTube channel. Just go to the Agent 008 channel and you will be able to find everything there. Okay, then. So what we will learn today, we will learn more about how we can publish a data sets and reports from Power BI desktop. Also, I will give you a quick introduction to the dashboards and what kind of advantage we have by using a dashboard and who can create a dashboard. Also, I will show you what's the difference between dashboards and reports. All these topics will be covered by doing a live demo. So let me open now Power BI file. Just a minute. Okay, cool. So we have now our Power BI. So let us think that, or let us assume that we have our reports already ready, our Power BI reports ready, and I built all my visualizations and everything, it seems ready to go live and publish. So how, the question is here, how can I publish my reports? How can I share it with my colleague? You have two ways. Either to publish and refresh your data manually, or you can do a scheduled refresh, because every times you need to refresh your data to make sure that you are getting the updated data based on your data sources that you have it in your reports. So now I will show you the first step. We will publish now our Power BI reports, not a dashboard. I will show you how we can create a dashboard from our Power BI reports. So first step, if you want to publish your reports, Power BI reports, you need to make sure that you are having the updated data. And let me highlight something here. For example, if you want the main page on your reports, once you publish it, to be able to, or to appear to the user, make sure to select any page that you want to make it as a main page. For example, I would like to use this page as a main page, or if you want to use this page as a main page, it doesn't matter how many pages do you have or the sequence of the pages, just click on it and before you publish it. Okay, so I want to have this page as my main page once I publish my report. So how can I publish it? And before we publishing our reports, as I mentioned, if you are sure that this is the updated data, you need to make sure that you are having the updated data. Otherwise, the end user will be able to see the last number after you publish it. So for example, here I would like to refresh my data because here I'm connect to a SharePoint list. So maybe I have a new entry and I don't have a schedule refresh. I don't have a schedule refresh on my Power BI reports. So what do I need to do? If you want to do it manually, which is the first step, you need to click here refresh. And once you click refresh manually on your Power BI desktop as a developer or as a creator for your Power BI, you just need to click on refresh and it will go and read your updated data that you have it in your data source. For example, here I have a SharePoint. So as we see here, it's loading and updating the numbers and everything that I have it from my SharePoint. So maybe it will be the same numbers. There is no change on my data source. Maybe it will be a new numbers or a new database. So here we go. Now I have 11, not 12, because on our previous example, on our previous session, We removed one certificate. That's why the number is decreasing, not increasing. So whatever you are having in your data source, when you refresh your Power BI, it will be reflected back. Okay, here we go. Now I refreshed my data manually. Now I'm ready to publish it. So how can I publish it and where I'm publishing my reports? So you need to click here. If you want to publish it manually, you need to click here, publish. And for any new reports or any new Power BI file that you want to share it with your colleague, you need to click on this button for the first time. Even if you want to use a schedule refresh, you need to publish it on the workplace or the workspace. And after you publish it, if you have a schedule refresh, you don't need to do this step anymore. So, but if you don't have a schedule refresh, it means every time you need to come here, refresh and republish, refresh and republish. But if you publish it for the first time and you schedule a schedule refresh for your data sets in your Power BI service, you don't need to do anything, or you don't need to republish it again. I will show it to you later on. Don't worry. So first, I refresh my data. I make sure that I have the updated data. Second step, I'm clicking on publish, and once you click on publish, you will be able to get this message because you did some change. So do you want to save your change? For sure, I would like to save it before I publish it to make sure that I'm having the updated number or the updated file. Okay, cool. Then you will be able to get a pop-up message, and here you will be able to see all the workspace that you have an access to it. So in your organization, maybe you don't need to have the same names that we have it here because it depends on your environment. So but by default you will get my workspace. But if you have an access to other workspace, you will see a different names. But here, for anyone they are using Power BI, they will be able to see my workspace. And even in our example today, we're gonna use my workspace. Workspace, it's the place that you can publish your reports on the cloud. So let us click on it, which is will go to the Power BI service, which is we mentioned on the previous session. So after I click on the first workspace, let me click select. Here we go. Because I published it before, so if it's a new, you will not get any pop-up message. If it's the first time for you that you published your Power BI reports, you will not get this message. But if you already published it before and you want to republish it again, you will get this one. Do you want to replace this data sets? Because if you remember, what's the meaning of data set? Data set, it's what kind of data sources that you have it under this file. For example, here I have only a SharePoint list, but maybe in your scenario you have an Excel, SharePoint list, and more and more. And for each file, we call the data sources, we call it as a data set, which is a collection of the data sources that you have it in your single Power BI file. Cool. Now it will ask me, do you want to replace whatever you are having before in your data set with a new one? Which is yes, I would like to replace it because I have a new data, right? So that's why I would like to replace it. Okay, now it will take a few seconds. It depends on your data sources. If you have a huge data, maybe it will take a while because it depends even in your internet connection. Now it show me it's already done. If you get an error, it means there is something wrong or there's something you need to fix it. Okay, cool. The question is here. Okay, I publish it on the cloud. How can I see it? Where is it? And how can I share it with my team? Okay, let me show it to you. You need to go to Power BI service, app.powerbi.com. From there, you will be able to see by default there is something we call it Power BI or My Workspace, which is the one that you published your reports. From there, you will be able to see your all. If you have any data sets, data flow, you will be able to see it here. Here we go. Our file, it's certification plan. So this is data sets. So what's the difference between data sets, report, and dashboard? Let me start with the data set, which is I already explained to you. A data set, it's all your connection or your data source that you have it in your file. So if you click here, you will be able to download the file as Power BI. So if you provide an access to anyone to the data sets, they will be able to download the Power BI file desktop and they start working on it as a creator or as a editor. So data sets, it will allow them to see your data, to work on your data sources that you have it in your file, and they will be able to download it. But if you want to share your just the report or whatever you are having from visualization, you can share it as a report or you can share it as a dashboard. But let me explain to you now what's the meaning of the reports, what's the meaning of the dashboard. Report actually, it's just what we call it. A report actually, it's just a different pages that you have it, and from there you have a several visualization. For example, on our example, let me show it to you again here. I have 2 pages. Maybe in your scenario you have 100 pages, right? So based on your pages, based on how many pages we have, we can call each page as a report. So this is the meaning of what we call it, of reports. Okay, and for each page we have a different visualization. Okay, let me go back to the file that I have it. Just a minute. Cool. So if I open it here, the end user actually, they will be able to see it similar to this way. They will not be able to do any transform data, any editing, nothing at all. So they will be able to see only the visualization, and they can move from one page to another. They can filter. They can filter whatever they are having within the report page. But what if I want to share this report with my colleague? Now I publish it. I know I have it on my cloud as a report. They will not be able to get an access to the original file, but how can I share it with my team? You have either you can open your report from there, or you can, and you just need to click on share, and from there actually you just need to add or enter their email address. And once you enter their email address, they will be able to receive an email, maybe by Outlook or Teams, or you can copy the link and share it with them. It's really easy step to do. And once they receive the link, they will be able to see it similar to this one. They will not be able to view it as an original file as a Power BI desktop. But and what I really suggest for you, never ever share your Power BI file as it is. If they don't need to do anything, just share the report with them or the dashboard. So now we understand what the meaning of the data sets. We understand what the meaning of the report. But now let us see what's the meaning of dashboard, or how can I create a dashboard from my reports. Dashboard actually, it's a summary page. For example, here on our file we have 2 reports, the first page and second page, right? So what if I have a different visualization, and or maybe you have 100 pages, but you want to share a specific page with your manager, and within this summary page actually it contains a specific or the important visualization that you have it in your Power BI report. So dashboard, it's a summary page, and it's always one page, not more than one page, and it contains just the important visualizations from your Power BI reports. So reports, it means as several pages that you have it on your file with the several visualization. Dashboards, summary page, and you are just pin the most important things within your reports. Okay, now let me go back to my workspace. The question is here, how can I build a dashboard from my reports? How can I do this? Okay, first you need to open your report. And before you are opening your report, if you don't have an edit permission, you will not be able to do it. So if you want to give an access to someone to build or to build a dashboard from your reports, you need to provide them an edit permission. Otherwise, they will not be able to do it. So Just be careful, because if they don't have an edit permission, they will not be able to see this one. Even they will not be able to see the subscribe, the share. They will not be able to do any functionality from there. They will be able only to view the data and filter the data that we have it on your reports. So in in order to build a dashboard, you need to have an edit permission to the Power BI reports and data sets. And from there, you just need to go to edit from Power BI service online. And what you need to do actually, for example, select the visual within my dashboard, or within my visualization. You just need to pick any visualization that you want to add it to your dashboard. For example, I would like to have on my summary page, which is one page on dashboard, this table. Okay, so click on it, and there is something we call it here, pin to a dashboard. Okay, and once you pin to a dashboard, you have two options. Either you have already a dashboard already created before for any other project, and you can pin it there, or you can create a new dashboard. So the powerful thing here actually, you can have one summary page for different reports from different file. So for example here, this agent 008 table view, it's for another reports. So I can do the same and pin whatever I have here to this dashboard. So it doesn't need to have the same data sources. So because the dashboard, it's a summary page, maybe from different reports, from different data sources, it's okay. But for the reports, it means the original file, only different pages within one file. Cool. Now let me add a new dashboard and call it a new test, and you just need to click pin live. Cool. Now, if I go to my dashboard, here we go. Already pinned. Even this one, if I want to add this one, click on your visual, and either you click here pin and select the visual that you have it, which is here, the dashboard, and that's it, as simple as. And you can click here direct, go to the dashboard, show me what kind of visualization that I have it on my dashboard. Here we go. So I already pinned this one, and I have this one. As simple as. It's really easy. There is nothing, because and you can change the size of the visual and so on. And let me go back to the dashboard. You can check your dashboard from here. And if you look at here, you have a dashboard, reports, workbooks, and data sets. Data sets, it means all these data sets I have an access to download it as a file. So if I click here, I will be able to see the data source, refresh it now from here, delete it, and so on. Even I can create a report from my data sets. For the reports that we have it already published, dashboard, the one that we build it from our reports. For example, if I click on a new test, I will be able to see my new dashboard that I created based on my reports. Cool. Now, let me highlight something. What if I already published my report, okay? And now I would like to do a schedule refresh. I don't want to go every time manually to my file here and do a refresh, then republish. It's really wasting of my time. And sometimes I will forget, right? Because at the end, we are a human. So what do I need to do? You just need to publish which is the second methodology of publishing and refresh your data. You just need to publish your dashboard or your reports for the first time. Then go to your Power BI services. From there, select your data set, which is here, it's certification plan. Click on it and go to the settings. Okay. If you want to work on schedule refresh, you need to go to your data sets, select the data sets for your report or your file, Power BI file, and click on settings. Okay. From there, you will be able to get data sets. And there is something we call it a schedule refresh. Here we go. and it's off. That's why you don't have a schedule refresh. You can make it on, and you can select. Maybe you want to refresh your data daily or weekly. For example, if it's daily, if you have a pro license, you have 8 different times. For example, I can add it 2:30 a.m. I can add it 5 maybe p.m. and so on for 8 different times. And you can apply it. And once you apply it, every time you can for sure select the time zone based on your time zone. So let me check if we have a Riyadh or Saudi. I'm not sure. We're supposed to have it, but let me check. So you need to make sure that you are having the same time zone that you have it in your area. Just a minute. Let us, I think it's a Kuwait Riyadh or something. Cannot find it. Just a minute. So anyway, just try to select your time zone. For example, here, if I select, let me select any other one. Otherwise, the data source will be reflect based on the time zone that you have it already on your schedule refresh. So just select whatever you want. For example, here, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So here we go. And once you apply it, every time at this time, 2 a.m., 5 p.m., my data sources will be refreshed based on the new numbers or a new entry or whatever you are having. Actually, it will be reflect back there. And every time when the end user open the report, they will be able to see the updated number. So you don't need to republish, you don't need to refresh your data, nothing at all. So today what we learned how we can refresh and our Power BI reports and publish it manually, how we can do a schedule refresh. Also, we learned what's the difference in an easiest way, what's the difference between dashboard, reports, and also data sets. And I showed to you how we can create a dashboard from our reports, and also how we can share our reports, even the dashboard similar way. So I try to make it simple. I don't like to make things complicated. I just wanted to go straight to the point and show you in easiest way how we can do all this stuff in easiest way. For sure there is a lot of training, there is a lot of things that will help you and and develop your reports or dashboard. Even if you have any question or anything, just make sure to check Microsoft Learn or type your question on any social media platform, and there's a lot of people they're gonna help you. Hopefully this session it's really help you to learn on how we can publish our reports. And with this session we will end the first series of Power BI sessions, and I will have a lot of amazing upcoming session, which is I will post it shortly on the meetup. So thank you so much and have a nice day.